Hello, my sinister acolytes. I've got a doozy for you today. The Love Witch. First off, this movie is gorgeous. Like, I'm talking perfect lighting, perfect colors, dreamy retro witch aesthetic that felt like a 60s film was somehow shot in high def. But once the eyeliner settled and the story kicked in, yeah, I was bored out of my demonic skull.
That seems like quite a problem.
It is.
So we meet Elaine, witch, snazzy dresser, and a complete mess. She shows up to town looking like a 1960s flight attendant and immediately starts monologuing about men. Like, a lot.
Maybe life could be a fairy tale if you pleased your husband more.
It's all, men want this, and I give men that, and I need love.
Giving men sex is a way of unlocking their love potential.
I thought this was a movie, not a phone sex commercial. Then she meets Trish, who's actually decent. Maybe it's the accent.
Yes, I suppose so. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
And what does Elaine do? Immediately scopes out her wonky-looking husband, which, by the way, big strike. That's not witchcraft, that's just being an asshole.
Hi.
Then there's Wayne, this weird little professor who looks like he teaches how to sleep with your students at the community center.
I do.
She gives him a potion at his forest bang pad, and he straight up dies from being too in love. Not stabbed, not cursed, just swooned to death.
No woman has ever given herself like that to me before.
Hey Elaine, you sure you mixed that potion right? Did you use devil's weed or devil's lettuce? There's a huge difference.
I have never felt real love like this before.
Jesus, whatever happened to post-nut clarity?
I'm not used to feeling things so strongly.
Now we're with Trish's husband. Yep, she actually goes there. Like a little man-taking hooer. She potions him up, has sex with him, and he goes full emo kid in like 48 hours. He ends up slicing his wrists in the tub because he felt too many feelings. I'm starting to think Elaine's potions are just glitter water mixed with unresolved trauma. And urine. And tampons. This is where Elaine feels like less of a villain and more like Elvira's needy cousin. She's not really being evil, she's just a little nuts and kind of a douchebag.
You might say I'm addicted to love.
Then there's Griff, the detective, who looks like a weird AI picture came to life. He finds out Elaine's involved in multiple deaths, and his big reaction? Go back to her place! But that's after they go to the low-rent Wiccan Renaissance Fair. And finally, the one moment this movie tries to be a horror film, she stabs Griff in the chest a bunch before having a Ren Fair love hallucination that she married the square-jawed cop. That's it. That's the big third act payoff. One sad stab, and a vision of Elaine imagining she found true love. Which, no, you didn't. You found a murder charge with eyeliner. The Love Witch is stunning. I'll give it that. Costumes? On point. Set design? Immaculate. Well, not the Ren Fair. The magic? Honestly, pretty accurate. I respect the craft. But Elaine?
Elaine!
Shut up! She had all this power and used it to chase mediocre men and ruin other women's lives. Are we sure this is a horror movie? 3 deaths in a whole movie, and one of them was death by love? Come on. I've seen more gruesome deaths on my way to buy a sandwich. So is Elaine...
Elaine?
Ugh. Is she going on my top 5 witches list? Absolutely not. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that does need to be a video. Stay tuned for that! That's it. Love's not gonna have a chance to kill you now. Where's my hitting stick?
What a pussy.
Well, you've made it to the end. Commendable. If you enjoy watching those subterranean stink sacks, consider supporting their Patreon, or perhaps purchasing a shirt or a puppet or something at basement1f.com. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gene spicing a smurf and a snork. It's gonna look nuts. I'm gonna call them smorks.